Hello and welcome everyone to the show. I'm John Clay, your host and chief strategy guy, with another installment of Benefits with John Clay. And I'm going to start the show today, like McKinsey started their article, hybrid work is happening. Your culture will need to catch up fast. And, this is when was the last time you heard the phrase cordless phone? It's probably been a while. Technology's progressed to a point where nearly every phone is cordless, rendering the word cordless almost obsolete. Well, similarly, today's hybrid workplace will soon be called just the workplace because the physical place where you sit while at work won't matter nearly as much as the digital access and tools to connect you to your coworkers. Work won't be somewhere you go, it'll just be something you do. So before I get into any further, I want to give a shout out to today's show sponsor. Today's show is sponsored by none other than Better Source Benefits, Benefits Options Solutions. Check it out at www.bettersourcebenefits.com. So today we have organizations of all sizes looking to build hybrid workplaces to accommodate this new way of working. What is a hybrid workspace anyway? Well, by definition, a hybrid workplace combines in-office with remote work, and if done right, employees can be as productive when working remotely as they are in the natural office setting. And, we have a business climate where 9 out of 10 companies plan to adopt this hybrid workplace. And the companies are going to have to invent processes, tools they previously relied on, such as in-person meetings, company-wide emails, and strategy offsites to adapt to the digital age. We've all got our fill of Zoom, and it looks like that's going to continue. So what are some hybrid workplace models? And take a look at this graphic. What is your office attendance policy today? And you see that right now, 77% is a hybrid setup. So today we're all about a hybrid workplace that works. It's going to be a dominant force in the future of the work culture. And with pros and cons, it allows increased scheduling productivity and flexibility, and it helps employees find a work-life balance and reduces companies' operating costs because we all see that rent and utilities will likely go down the more remote workers are participating. So I'm going to also mention to you that the construction industry is a big part of our audience today. And, in particular, construction industry requirements have contractors and executives working in person majority of the time. And of course, without construction workers completing projects on site, structures would simply not be built. So despite the needs for workers to appear on job sites, recent studies suggest that construction firms are interested in allowing employees to work remotely as well, either part-time or full-time. Additionally, one survey found that some employees were more willing to quit their jobs than return to the office if they were asked to. And we talked in previous weeks about people looking for a change in their job situation. 60%, 65% of workers in 2022 looking to make a change. So that's a statistic, but construction firms can still make progress on projects and keep employees productive if they're not working directly on site. And the successful ones are going to make a pivot to that hybrid work, and they're already reaping the benefits. Lower real estate costs, as we mentioned, eliminating commutes and travel times. Hey, $5 and $6 a gallon gas. Bad deal for a lot of the commutes. And with that, you've got improved collaboration with clients. And those three things, lower real estate, eliminating commutes and travel times, and improved collaboration, are cited as positive major companies like ACOM and Jacobs are saying. So unfortunately, hybrid models do come with their fair share of challenges, especially for construction firms. But hey, there's some tips that we're going to share today for a hybrid model to work. And there just simply needs to be a good foundation of communication, employee training, and a nearly seamless collaboration with on-site and remote staff. And don't forget technology. Bridging the gap between physical and digital work environments is not something that easily happens overnight. But hey, it can work, and we're going to talk about it in just a minute. So, number one, investing in digital technology. Without digital technology, such as project management software, the PMS, customer relationship software like the CRM, or implementing digital twin tech, companies would be unable to combine remote and on-site jobs. Leveraging this technology is going to be a big deal, and it's going to help employees to do their best work and help maintain the productivity across the organization. Two other pieces of the technology that construction companies should consider adopting are the digital cloud-based time and material solutions and virtual reality. There are plenty of new innovative technologies that construction companies can leverage to make hybrid work possible. Implement employee training programs. More training? Are you kidding me? I can't believe this has come up, but alas, it still is one of the things that we've got to maintain, and that's employee training programs. We got to keep them going, folks. Because why? If new technologies are introduced to a firm, companies got to take time out to train them, train employees, and make sure that they know what they're doing. It's useless without employee involvement, right? No firm wants to waste a fortune and see that software and those new technologies or that new tool sitting over there gathering dust. Well, that's just not a possibility. So training programs should meet the employees where they are and allow them to see the benefits of the technology themselves. And construction companies should consider keeping all employees on the same page through good communication and comprehensive training. And thirdly is to remain flexible. Because this hybrid work does come with challenges, it may take time for the construction industry to work out the kinks, but significant shift in work models requires patience and accountability, along with that adaptability. Flexible, agreeable, and adaptable. Well, we're still having to be that way today. Construction companies must be that flexible if they want to make a solid transition to this hybrid work. Again, it's mentioned above that, challenges may not happen overnight, but companies can still outline a plan to pivot that allows for the improvisation, I can't get it out today, to keep the business running smoothly. So it's here to stay. It's not going to be a simple transition for construction firms, but it's worth exploring as it benefits the employees, executives, and the clients. Many construction practices will inevitably digitize because the world's becoming increasingly digital. But it's unreasonable to say that the structure will be built using only Zoom in the future. So just remain calm. We're not going to deal with Zoom for the rest of our lives. We'll see a new evolution of that technology, I'm confident. Again, today's sponsor, John Clay here, and our company, www.bettersourcebenefits.com. You're interested in learning more about how benefits play a role in this? We're glad to have some complimentary time. Book a meeting with me, get the website loaded up, hit the Get Started contact, click on the Get Started button, and book some time with me. And I'm happy to share some insights on how we can improve the productivity on the benefits side and get you going in the right direction so that the communication that you're striving for will be seamlessly integrated across all of your platforms and reach out to your employees. So just a quick shameless plug in the middle of the show. So let's continue on. How to do hybrid right. Combining that work and in-home, at work and at-home workspace, they're using a multitude of different schedules. The infrastructure and policies to do these things just require a whole lot of thought. And, the good thing is that when you're collaborating with employees, they'll tell you what works for them, and you'll find out what works for you as an employer. And home-based refers to employees working remotely 100% of the time. And some can handle that. Some have handled that successfully for a large part of the last couple of years. But certainly in the construction business, that's not possible, because you got to show up at 7 a.m. and get the job done, regardless of the weather, and, keep on trucking. So what challenges might the hybrid pose? A survey of U.S.-based knowledge workers showed that 75% of employees prefer to interact with colleagues like they would a friend. In a way, this latest pandemic pushed company cultures away from the rigid communication formats to a more fluid communication, and incorporating that remote workforce, adapting a less formal mode of communication was essential to keep the momentum and connection in the early days. And Zoom calls in the kitchen, we've seen people, the dog barking. We have them all the time. And that same research showed that 76% of workers stating that a company's collaboration style is a direct reflection of their work culture. So here's another graphic to share. As we've mentioned before, 46% of employees plan to change companies in the next year. And what are they looking for? They are looking for open to recruitment, and they're looking for staying in the current role with the current company at the same time. So they're looking for opportunity, and they're fluid. That kind of represents what we're talking about. The culture it's more of a fluid culture, because the at-home work gives them a chance to kind of entertain offers. Let's just call it what it is. And, after 15 months of remote work, new people that never had the upside of an in-person culture, they've got that fluid and that eye on the other opportunities. And the long tenured culture is folks that may be starting to feel a little bit burned out. One of the things that we ask sometimes is, do you have people that you've had that feel kind of burnt out and that are tired in your workforce? And then the follow-up to that is, did they act that way when you hired them? And that's a pretty deep question, but it does get to the heart of the matter about your culture. And information sharing is key, and we're talking about a hybrid workspace. So there's been great research done on these social networks and how they've been reinforced and weakened over the course of the pandemic. So getting in and getting back into that office mode is an important social institution and the foundation of society, really. So it makes sense when you have it that, you have those kind of opportunities continue, maybe not at the full 100% of the time, but a good majority of them. And staying connected is what we're all about as humans. So just a little bit about benefits. Benefit offerings that accommodate the hybrid workspace will make all the difference in attracting and retaining the team members that you want to run your business. So that's it. We're talking today about a hybrid workplace that works. You just got to invest in some technology, keep your communication and training about that technology open. And then, of course, make sure that everybody's in good form and part of the plan. So anything else that comes along the way will be good to enhance the employees' opportunities within your company to advance. They can become leaders, and we can certainly help you free up some of that trapped cash in your medical plan to help you cover the cost of investing in this new technology and this new experience called the hybrid workspace. So I'm John Clay. I'm your chief strategist and benefits leader. If you will check us out at www.bettersourcebenefits.com and click on the Get Started button, we'll invest some time with you and we'll get you going in the right direction to offer the benefits that will attract and retain employees, and then ultimately be a positive for your business. So there again, that's it. Hope you all have a great 4th of July. Don't blow up. And we'll see you next week, same time, same channel on Benefits with John Clay.